Flexibility is a very important aspect of swimming and one of the most undervalued. There is no hiding it if you want to do effective underwater kicks. The position you need to maintain during dolphin kicks is not possible without flexibility. We will go over some exercises you can do to gain flexibility over time. Before we go to the exercises, I will tell you that the goal is to form a habit you can do after every swim session you have. It is better to stretch after swimming or doing a workout because your muscles, ligaments, and joints are still warm and you will have a better range of motion without getting hurt. After a few months, you should be spending around 30 minutes stretching if you really want to get the best out of this practice. However, if you're just starting to form the habit, start holding each position for 15 seconds. And each week, start adding 2 or 3 seconds until you can hold each stretch for around a minute. Every stretch is static. You only move slowly to increase the resistance. Don't do this. Remember to be patient and persistent. You will see the results slowly, but I will tell you that they're worth it. Let's start from the top of the streamline, the hands and forearms. Pull your hand gently, grabbing your fingers with the other hand. Do that for each hand and then change directions. So now you pull your fingers forward. For some exercises like the next one, you will need a stretch band. If you don't have one yet, you can skip this for now. Put the stretch band around your triceps and your hand on the ground. Your biceps should be pointing to the opposite side of the stretch band. Let it stretch your elbow. If there's any pain, stop immediately. Do that with both arms. The shoulders are a complex set of muscles, so there are many ways to stretch them. To focus on improving your streamline, do these ones for now. Grab your elbow behind your head and pull it towards the inside. Try to relax the shoulder being stretched. Now, with the help of a pole, lean your back on it and wrap your arm around it. As you get more flexible, you can bring your whole body closer to the pole. You will feel how your shoulders stretch in a very similar position to the streamline. Do that for a few seconds with each arm and then with both at the same time. Again, if you have a stretch band, you can do these next 2 exercises. Tie the band high and put it around your triceps. Walk away slowly to get more resistance, and let the band pull your arm back. Now, tie the band lower at chest height. Put the band around the triceps again, and facing the wall, put your hand behind your back. Very gently pull back, relaxing your shoulder. This is a very vulnerable position for your shoulder, so be very careful. Let's move down to your core area. From a push-up position, bring your hips down to the floor. Put your ankles on plantar flexion. As you get better at this, bring your hands closer towards your hip and look up. Now, sit with your legs straight and again put your ankles in plantar flexion. Slowly bring your torso towards the floor. As you get more flexible, grab your feet and pull towards them with your arms. We will continue with your hip flexor muscles. Put both hands on the floor, one leg back with the knee on the floor, and move your other leg up to the shoulder height. Now, bring your hips down, and as you get more flexible, bring also your torso close to the floor. You can also reach back and grab your foot and bring it closer to your body. To stretch the muscles in the back of your legs, the hamstrings, stand up, cross your legs, and try to touch your toes. Finally, to stretch the ankles and knees, sit on top of your feet. If you want more pressure, lean back with your hands on the floor. The next stage is to put your elbows on the floor. Then, if you're really flexible, put your back on the floor and your arms back. This stretch is probably one of the most important for dolphin kick, since you need to have your ankles in plantar flexion at all times. The next video will be about core exercises to improve the strength of your dolphin kicks, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. If you want to understand why flexibility is important for underwater kicks, make sure to check this video out. See you next time, swim fast! Core strength is very important for swimming, as I mentioned in our core exercise video. Today, we will focus especially on exercises that will improve your underwater dolphin kicks. It is equally important to work your lower back muscles as it is your abs. They both play a huge role on the undulating movement of the body. Having said that, let's go over some of the most useful exercises. Starting from a hollow rock position, with your lower back touching the floor, make every letter of the alphabet with your feet, A, B, C, etc. This exercise will give you control over your core muscles. It will also give you strength, and it is entertaining because you have a clear goal. It is best if you put your hands in a streamline. Alternatively, you can put your hands down on the floor to make it easier. For the rest of the exercises, I recommend doing 10 to 15 repetitions for each one. If you feel like they're not enough, you can do 1 or 2 more rounds of the whole set. Once a week is a good time to do core, but doing it 3 times a week is even better. My favorite, and I think the most useful exercise for the underwater kick, has to be this one. Pass from a hollow rock position to inverted hollow rock without using your arms or feet. Just use your core. With this exercise, you learn how to use the entire core and alternate between the front core muscles to lower back muscles, which is what you do during the dolphin kicks. This variation of crunches is very useful. You extend your whole middle area along with your legs, and without the feet touching the floor, crunch and bring back your legs and upper body to a tucked position. The V sit-up is a very similar exercise, except maybe a little bit more challenging. It is a nice variation to strengthen the same area of muscles. We have done mainly front core exercises. Now it is time to do some Supermans. For our purposes, it is best if you maintain the streamline while doing these. It is more uncomfortable to have your hands together, but ultimately, this is the position you will hold underwater. If you don't have enough flexibility to do this, I recommend going back to our past video on flexibility. Holding a hollow rock for a few seconds is excellent preparation for a streamline and the underwater kicks. Each time you do it, try to increase the time you hold it and break your own record. To work out the sides of your core, do these, the Russian twists. Try to increase the speed. Normal crunches are good, but for our goal, do them in a streamline. When you are reaching the highest point, try to stretch out your entire back and create a straight line from your arms to your hips. Finally, do these plank variations, trying to keep your chest pointing to the floor at all times. If you want to buy one of our swim caps, click here. See you next time. Swim fast! Abs and core workout. As I mentioned before in a lot of the videos, building strong core muscles is very important in every aspect of swimming and life in general. So here's a quick guide to the basics of core muscles and how to strengthen them. Your core muscles are not just your abs. In fact, your core is composed of several layers of muscles that surround the middle section of your body. The abs or six-pack are just this layer here. These muscles are essential for every motor skill, and for athletes they are fundamentally important. Your core acts as the main stabilizer but also transfers energy to other muscles of your limbs. This is why a strong core can help you prevent injuries and improve your athletic performance. We will go over 10 exercises that require no equipment, and if done correctly, they will increase the endurance, motor control, and function of your core. Front plank. This exercise activates your muscles from your shoulders to your toes. To do this right, you need to keep your body tight to create a straight line from the top of your head to your feet. Keep your elbows at shoulder height. Plank with leg and arm raise. Same as the plank, but now lift an arm. Hold it for 5 seconds, and then the other arm. Then lift one leg and then the other for 5 seconds. Try to keep your chest and your hips facing the floor with minimum movement. Push-up position. You can do the first 2 exercises in this position, or to make it even more challenging, you can try to lift one arm and the opposite leg. Focus on balance and tightening of your core muscles. Thread the needle. This can be done with your elbow on the ground or with your hand on the ground. Extend one arm to the sky and then thread it under your body to the opposite side. Be sure to keep that straight line through your body using all of your core muscles. Side plank. Just like the classic plank, but to the side. Focus on your obliques and hold this position. Remember to breathe normally. Warm. Keep your legs in one place and walk slowly with your arms. Walk until your hands reach your shoulder line. Then lower your hips and lift them up until you reach your toes. Now that you have done this once, do it again and focus on tightening your core. Feel how easier it is to do it this way. Hollow rock. The secret to doing a successful hollow rock is to keep your lower back on the floor. The only way to do it, again, is to focus on your core muscles, especially the muscles in your lower back. Hold this for several seconds. Rest and do it again. Star. This one is a little more challenging. You have to use your balance and strength to do this movement. This strengthens your obliques but also uses the whole core. This exercise, as many on this list, will help you transfer energy from your core to your limbs. Inverted hollow rock. Start in a push-up position. Now extend your arms as far as you can and hold that position for several seconds. This position activates almost every muscle in your body, but especially your core. As you get more core endurance, you will be able to hold this position for longer stretches of time. Carlton Banks. This exercise, as far as I know, has no official name. So my swim team and my coach came up with Carlton Banks. This is the easier version of it. Originally, it is done with the feet on the fidget ball. When you do this exercise, the pain makes you want to yell out something, anything.
Carlton Banks!
I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do more swimming